This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research.
From UFOs to weird things we know, it's time for that paranormal, strange, phenomenal show. Biometric wars, a prison planet run by the man. It's time for the Tinfoil Canadian. Take off your hoses!
Greetings, fellow foilers, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Tinfoil Canadian, the show where we try to uncover the truth on strange and mysterious videos that cannot be explained. Today I have a great compilation of aliens and UFOs on our planet, so hop on your skidoo and let's head up to the Great White North, eh?
This is a film shot April of 1991, a thought projection interview of a other gray, designated an other gray, an extraterrestrial biological entity. He is a haploid, which means he came with only one sexual chromosome. Human beings are diploids. For any microbiologists out there, if I'm hatcheting those words, I'm sorry. But this being had only one sexual chromosome. He came to the S2 Alpha, the official designation of the underground facility that housed the alien interrogation and retention program. That's the unofficial name of what this was. They call these interview suites the ambassador suites because the government did try for the care and did treat these and look at these beings and still do as ambassadors from other planets and other dimensions. And if you hear David Grush coughing on his words, it's because he doesn't want to tell you that some of these beings are from other dimensions. And so this being was very ill at the time. He had a respiratory issue. Now, Sean David Morton also heard, I can't verify this veracity, that had some sort of debilitation or disease with its heart-lung sac. It does not have a traditional heart. It's got a heart-lung one sac, which was the need for the special monitor, which goes up and down, does not go across, to monitor this bizarre heart-lung one sac organ that the alien has. And behind the viewing glass were 5 men, 2 telepaths. There is a researcher out there, but that's how bizarre this film has gotten. And I'm not even going to tell you anything about the telepaths because I don't want it to get into the Da Vinci Code. But even Doty said that the telepathic program, the people they hired, was ridiculous. They were like one step above 1-800 psychics back in the 80s and 90s. But there was 2 men in particular that were very in touch with these beings, and they would sit down with these aliens and these beings and immediately get information and relate it back to whatever military person was in the room. As you can see on the tape, the being eventually starts to medically flag, if I can use the whistleblower Victor's terminology, and he is then attended to by the medical staff. And Victor tells us that the medical staff in S2 and S4, are more chosen for their ability to keep secrets than their medical knowledge. And again, I have been in contact. I have the names of the 2 doctors that are going to be on either side of this being. On the bottom, you're going to see DNI/27. That is the Department of Naval Intelligence. According to Richard Doty, there's like a conga line of different agencies waiting to insert their questions to this being in the 2-hour-long interview. The interviews are conducted about once a month.
What did you start to piece together from people who were in the room? And so when we say hoaxed video, I think you're saying that was what the assumption you had going into this, that this was hoax. That was sort of the media speculation about this. Now you've proven and taken it to the United States Congress, which, by the way, they're about to hold a hearing on this next week. And I think that this is, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be a big piece of this. And other whistleblowers are now confirmed to be coming forward to Congress next week. Civilian whistleblowers who are going to be testifying of the things that they've been a part of and seen.
Like Linda Moulton Howell told me when she saw the list, you have gold here. Why? No one has ever heard of these people before. And like Linda said, and these people are on Google and are real. And I said, yeah, they are. And she said, son, you got gold here. And so I got the list of names, but I know investigative journalism. That wasn't just enough just to have the names. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. So I started to vet every single person on the list. The first person was retired, working for TRW, and TRW. These are the men, by the way, who were behind the glass in the viewing gallery watching this thought projection interview. That's what it's called. It's not telepathy. It's actually called thought projection. And the first one worked for TRW, and I said, well, this is a hoax. He wasn't even in the military. Sean David Morton, who was in the office of the production company, who first got the call from Victor saying, I've got this VHS tape of an alien, said, no, TRW is like hand in hand with the government. They do every kind of secret project and whatnot. I said, wow. And Doty said that it was not filmed in S4. There are no alien housing there. The alien housing is in S2 Alpha. And I'm like, what's S2 Alpha? She sent me a satellite photo of it and said that's what it is. It's called the Alien Retention Program. This being was brought in on a part of Project Pounce. Doty's like, I don't know the provenance of the being, but I think it was from the Kalahari crash where 2 beings were recovered. But an alien program, whether that be the retention, the interrogation, the biological reverse engineering of craft, that all is now taking place at Michael's Airfield at the Dugway Proving Grounds. The program to interview the beings in S2 was called Project Aquarius, which was basically all things about aliens and contact with human beings. And that is from the email, and that is also from Richard Doty's mouth, who's verified as the counterintelligence agent, who is in his 70s and wants to tell the story, the truth of what's going on and what the government is covering up.
These videos are the most authentic ones I could find, and have got me wondering if aliens from other planets are coming to visit Earth often. I have never heard of Project S2 Alpha before, and not much on Project Aquarius either, eh? Have you guys heard of these programs?
Hey guys, check out this amazing footage of a alien type of creature spotted on a Ring doorbell camera home security system in El Paso, Texas. Recorded by a woman sitting on her couch at 3:30 in the morning. Noticed something on her phone from a notification telling her that there was some type of movement or activity outside of her home.
Have aliens taken over Compton, California? Why do I ask? Because a woman's Ring doorbell camera captured something that looks just like an alien. She got a notification on her doorbell cam that something was moving outside the house. When she looked, she could not believe what she captured. As a matter of fact, take a look at this video. Look at this. What is that? Take another look at that. You tell me what you think that is right there. I've froze it exactly where it passes through the camera and enlarged it. Take a look at the shape of the head, the neck, and the back. Does that look like an alleged alien to you, or does that look like a human? Take another look at that. What does that look like to you? Does that look like a human? It does not look human to me. So should they throw out the Welcome to Compton, California mat for aliens? So once again, the question is, what is that was captured on Ring camera in Compton, California? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
When aliens are caught by a door cam, you have to wonder, what is going on in your neighborhood at night, eh? This next clip is a bit hard to watch, you guys. I have to say for this one that viewer discretion is advised. This clip really scared me and is not suitable for younger viewers.
Dr. Jonathan Reed, who claims to be a psychologist with a PhD, said he stumbled across an alien and its UFO ship while walking his dog in the Cascade Mountains in Washington. Mr. Reed claims the bizarre encounter happened on October 15, 1996. The story goes that Dr. Reed took his dog Susie, a golden retriever, on a hike with him in the Cascade Mountains. Soon after, something caught the attention of Susie, and she took off running towards whatever it was. The barking became more intense, and started to scare Dr. Reed. He thought that his dog was fighting with a bobcat, or something, and went running to assist her. He grabbed a large tree branch to fight off the wild animal, but when he saw the fight, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Quickly moving and vibrating, standing at about 4½ feet, was an alien creature with 2 arms and 2 legs. It had grabbed his dog Susie and tossed the dog aside. The alien then pulled out some kind of weapon and vaporized the dog. Mr. Reed then proceeded to get the creature's attention by yelling. The next thing he knew, the alien looked over at him with a cold, frightening stare. Reed's fight instinct kicked in, and he charged at the creature with the stick he had grabbed, and clobbered the thing over its head, knocking it to the ground unconscious.
Do we have audio? It's not really critical.
Focus.
Did we get the lights down up front?
After the shock started to wear off, Mr. Reed heard something in the woods that was producing a humming sound. He walked towards the sound, and followed it until he came upon a hovering black obelisk ship.
And you can see the foliage in its worst there, the branches and the plants actually getting away right here. I mean, this is a physical object. It's obviously there. Some people tried to say that it was cut and pasted in some kind of Photoshop application or something. I mean, I don't know how you can look at this video and say that that object is not there. He's either extremely brave or extremely stupid, I don't know which. At this point he actually thought it was dead, so we'll learn later that it wasn't dead. This is a thermal blanket he wrapped it up in, and he had some straps he had wrapped around it that he'd taken off his backpack. Yes, he is blinking. Now, he didn't actually see it blinking when he was recording this. He was looking through his viewfinder in his camcorder, which was a black and white viewfinder. It was about an inch square, and that eyeball probably represented about 2 or 3 pixels in that display. So it would have been very difficult to see. Pardon? I can't. The creature was approximately 4 to 4.5 feet tall. He measured it. I don't know the exact number. I think he said 4 feet tall, 4.5. It weighed about 40 to 50 pounds. Extremely light. It was wearing a black one-piece suit that covered its hands and feet seamlessly. There appeared to be no seams or buttons or zippers or anything. It just appeared to be totally rounded. You can see it's kind of a turtleneck, so to speak. It's kind of a long neck. Well, we didn't have him medically examined, but I would say he had to have. He had quite a headache, and you'll see that later on. He actually, well, some people don't know the story, so let me quickly recap after this video segment plays. How the creature actually got in this state is an interesting story all by itself. You watch the eye there as it kind of opens as he turns its head. He was a little out of it at that point, I would say. Now the noises that you're hearing here, those were coming from the creature. Now he thought that as he was moving its neck, that air was just escaping from the lungs, and he just wrote it off as, just this creature was still dead. Now he's kind of opening the eye there, and just to examine it. He's filming with one hand and moving it around with his other, so it's kind of hard. You can see him kind of feeling out there because his distance perspective is a little off looking through the camcorder. Here's what? Yeah, there is some blood up by the head. Oh, it was red. And I assume that it was probably red because it breathes air. It's oxygen-based, and therefore it probably used hemoglobin the same way that we do, and so its blood is going to be red also. Can somebody repeat that question for me up front? No, this is the same footage that we showed. I'm just showing this so that other people who haven't seen it can see it. Some people may not have a good recollection of all the footage. Now this is the same footage. Okay, you win. I can argue. This was filmed in October of 1996. Now he actually had the encounter on October 15th. This is sometime that evening, late that night. Yes, this is not the original. This is a copy of the original. The actual original, I believe, was stolen. This copy happened to have been sent off to a relative or a friend, I'm not sure which, and that's how he ended up still having it, because everything was taken out of his house. That noise came from the creature again. Yes, he actually has this camcorder. At some points he has it duct taped to a ladder. At other points he has it sitting on top of a box. Of course you can't see that because it's sitting on top of it or duct taped to it. That's the wound, and you can see that's a pretty severe wound. It actually breached the skull when he hit this creature with a tree branch. It was attacking his dog, it killed his dog. He reacted instinctively by, he had a tree branch already in his hand, and he swung it and hit the creature, knocking it down. The remains of his dog was white powder, and I'm going to show you that later on. There were no remains that you could just pick up. I mean, it was powder. And I'm not sure he had any interest in really in getting that. That came from the creature too. Okay, I think you can stop the video at that point. You can see the whole body is there and everything. So, some people say it was just a head at one point.
That was a crazy story. I probably would have ran if I saw my dog get vaporized. How about you guys? If that video was a hoax, the guy in it was a really good actor, eh?
The eyes on these beings, the reason why they're black is because that's actually a lens that pops over the eyeball. And if you take the lens off, you do have a more human-like eye underneath. It protects their eyes because their eyes are very sensitive to light. So you get ultraviolet light protection, it protects the sensitivity of your eye, and it also acts as an interface.
I always wondered why the Greys had such large black eyes, and what was said in that clip made a lot of sense, eh? For these last 3 clips, we look at what I think are some of the best AI videos for UFOs I have seen from the user N.
Nobody was gonna believe me. Look at this thing. See?
Well, that is all the time we have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, fellow foilers. Until next time, stay warm and be nice to your neighbor, eh?